Alright, it's time for another Platinum Gragas game. He's still highly requested, especially after I made several videos about him and went on tangents about it. Was Chick 2. So, Gragas. As a jungler, of course, he's fucking strong. As a tank, jungle tank. AP, he's okay. Definitely not that special. And as bruiser jungler, probably terrible. But as a tank, he's really strong. Now, I already mentioned, too, that he can't really carry from the jungle per se. He can dominate the early game and then transition into some kind of fat wall. But it's just, like, later into the game, he kind of just delegates himself to just pure peeling bodyguard duty and stuff. He doesn't really do anything else. There you can see I burned my flash to try to kill her. Wait, no, I didn't burn my flash. I burned her flash trying to body slam her. I go around for the loop-de-loop. And I will end up fucking this up. I miss my body slam, she gets away, and then nothing comes of this. I go about my merry way, and then Lulu gets herself killed. Oh boy. But nonetheless, the enemy team only has 2 kills. We can definitely still win. So, Gragas as a bodyguard. You're going to see, the reason I uploaded this game is you're going to get to see so many examples of that. I will use my ultimate in order to protect my teammates. I will use my body slam to stop the enemy dashes, and my Q obviously to slow. Right now, this is just kind of a fun moment. The enemy team gets themselves caught. My teammates kill the Pantheon, then they turn their attention to the Leona, and they're going to actually dive her. Now, here's the thing. The enemy Quinn and the enemy LeBlanc are coming down. So the Morgana decides to do a very smart thing. She decides to get herself killed in a suicide and give the kill to Leona instead of giving it to Quinn. It's better for the support to get it rather than, the carries or whatever. So that was actually a very smart idea. I congratulate her on that. So the Leona initiates on my Twitch. I throw my ultimate. Mostly I try to throw her into the tower, but it ends up throwing minions into it too, and they end up taking the shots. But whatever, we still get a kill, and I still get an assist. It's all good. Find a Pantheon lurking about, so I throw the Q to slow him down, go with a body slam, knock him around, and he tries to kill the Lulu, but she's got a heal, and even without the heal, I think she just survived. Kill the Pantheon, deal some damage to the LeBlanc, smack that bitch up, and then make it go away. One thing, though, that I'm pretty damn sure it's going to be nerfed about Jungle Gragas if he becomes a thing is his body slam cooldown. Holy crap, I just body slam over the wall, steal that thing, body slam out. Every time I hit something with the cooldown is reduced by a lot. Hell, it gets to the point where when I have 40% cooldown reduction, the body slam is at around a 3.5 second cooldown. As you can see there, when Pantheon did his WE combo on my teammate, I used the barrel toss, the exploding cast, to throw him off my Shyvana. So his combo wouldn't finish and he'd deal less damage. So I don't know if it would have killed her, but if anything, it just kind of was an insurance that she wouldn't die. That's another thing that will be nerfed with Gragas, I assure you. His cooldown on his ultimate is so goddamn low again. I have it up already, especially with the cooldown reduction that I had. So with that, I'll be able to gank bottom. Pantheon comes down and Leona initiates on the Twitch. As soon as he lands, I throw them all off. Though I thought, he'd end up trying to use W as soon as he lands, so that didn't work. And as you saw right there, as soon as Quinn tried to dash to my teammate, I body slammed her. My body slam, I didn't even think this would happen. But when I managed to do the body slam on Lee Sin and knocked him off his Q trajectory, I'm like, wow, this is simple as shit. And the Q was directed at me. I've begun to think that perhaps Gragas' body slam has higher priority than other dash abilities. I don't know if you guys are familiar with fighting games, but some moves have higher priority than others. Let's say if both of these moves were to clash, the move with the higher priority would overwrite the other one and go through. Think of it like a really big, giant character with a huge, powerful punch hitting a smaller, weaker one. If it has higher priority, the big old punch would go through and knock the lightweight around. And I've been thinking that every body slam I do just interrupts all their other dashes, and I don't even nudge. It doesn't knock me back. It doesn't do anything. I just slam into them, and they're knocked about. So that's quite something that's quite interesting to think about. And if that's the case, then it definitely gives Gragas an advantage over dash champions then, if his dash is much better. So as you can see, we're dominating the early game, and I'm using every ability I have in order to protect my teammates and just toss them about. I did that top lane, I did that bottom lane, and right now the enemy Pantheon's about to show up, I believe. Yeah, he shows up. He jumps on the. I knock him around just to keep him away from my Lulu teammate. He jumps on the Lulu, and as soon as I can, I just throw my ultimate just to disrupt the chain again. It wasn't entirely necessary though, and it wouldn't have killed her anyways. I mean, she ended up dying despite all that. But it's still, the idea is there. My Q will slow anybody down. Anybody that gets close, I'll E them. And my E cooldown is 3.5 seconds, so I'll just keep Eing over and over and just keep knocking them about. My Q's cooldown is just as low, so it'll just, you know, like fucking burn the enemy team. And then if they end up getting too close to my teammate, or there's a huge mass of people all grouped up, I'll toss my ultimate and, you know, toss all the enemy front line about. Just nobody can get through Gragas, and the CC control is just ridiculous. You can rewind this whole fight and count how many times I was able to use my body slam and Q. That shit's just ridiculous. And of course, just, you know, poking power with Gragas and his general unkillability. It's just a fucking health sponge. And if I actually do get in trouble, I just throw my ultimate and body slam away. It's fun. It's cool. It's broken. I only think that the reason he won't probably be picked up is because tanks in general, no matter how good they are just not favored as junglers right now. That was also kind of cool. It was totally unintended. By the way, Pantheon lands here. He gets knocked about. As soon as he tries to do anything, you know, he gets CC locked by me and all my teammates and gets killed. See, I'm fat. I'm just going to tank all this punishment. It's like there's nothing they can do. The W damage reduction, the health items I built, it's way too much. And it's honestly gonna, if he becomes a thing, I'm pretty damn sure he'll get himself nerfed again. Also, fun fact, his Q barrels reveal for some reason. That was like an unnecessary buff he got. But still, if you want to learn more about Jungle Gragas, go back and watch when to play, or I mean when to pick Jungle Gragas, and all the other videos I have about him, and all the rants and articles I've thrown about him. The last year list I went on like a 2-page tirade about him. Anyways, hooray for Jungle Gragas.